Hey guys, on today's video we're going to learn how to make a milk jug bird feeder. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. First things first, let's look at what our supplies are. We've got us a milk jug, which I'm sure, being in quarantine for a while, every one of you probably have a milk jug at this point. So make sure you go ahead and rinse it out, a couple of good shakes with some water. If you want to go ahead and wash it out with some soap, that's fine too. Just make sure you get this good and cleaned out, okay? Next, we'll need a sharp knife of some type. I've got a paring knife. You can use a pocket knife, some scissors, but if you're going to use a knife, make sure you are careful. Let's remember our safe distance rules. So remember your bloodlines. Make sure you're not in a way, you're keeping it away from other people, okay? You're going to need some kind of string. I've got some twine here. You can use fishing line, I think would probably be the best, but this twine's going to be just okay for this, okay? And then lastly, we're going to have some birdseed. If you don't have birdseed right now, that's okay. Go ahead and make your milk jug feeder and we'll go ahead and be able to get some birdseed later, okay? So, first things first. I'm going to take the cap off, set it to the side. You're going to need this later, okay? So don't throw this away. So let's get our knife. Checking around me one more time. Good. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and make sure on the bottom parts throughout this whole thing that you don't get it too shallow of a cut. If you do that, you won't be able to hold as much bird seed in there, okay? So we're going to start up about right here where the label starts. So I'm going to poke it in there, and this stuff cuts extremely easy, guys, so don't use a whole lot of force. You can watch my hand, it just goes right through here, okay? So I'm just going to gently push up. I'm going to make a curving kind of motion. I'm going to come back down. And instead of kind of forcing it down towards my leg, probably not the best idea, so I'm going to take the knife out. I'm going to come here and I'm going to cut away from me. I'm going to cut to the side. Very gently. Good. So there's my side panel. Okay? Should look something like that. Okay? You guys, it's not an exact science. Just figure it out. I trust you. Remember, the biggest thing is leave plenty of space here in the bottom because this is where your bird seed is going to rest. Okay? So let's move on to the next panel. Another easy one right here. Make sure you get it about the same height as your other one. Okay? So again, it just slices right through. And you might notice some support issues here, so you might just have to take it to the side. And we're just gonna cut it like that. Halfway done. Now, you can either choose to cut it low, like here, or you can do what I do, and I'm gonna go all the way up. I like to give them the full see-through so it looks more like a traditional table feeder. So I'm going to start up here, just give a little poke, work my way down. Again, not going to stab myself. Okay, that's good. Make sure you don't hit the handle. The reason why you don't want to hit the handle is because it adds a lot of support to the jug, and if you accidentally cut it, then it may be a little bit more flimsy than you were hoping, okay? So again, cutting straight across. Boom. Look at that. Perfect lines. Alright, last little panel, same thing, okay? Starting up at the top, working my way down, cutting down through the sticker. Okay. And one caveat is that you have to use 2% milk. Finishing up with our cuts. Great. Alright, let's put the knife somewhere safe. We're off to the side. Now, this is what you should have. Something like this, okay? Next, what we're going to do, we're going to take some of our twine or fishing string or whatever you choose. Get creative. If you have an old pair of shoelaces that aren't doing anything, maybe try them out, okay? You're gonna take 2.5, 3 feet. Go ahead and cut that. Now there's a bunch of different ways you can attach this, okay? If you've got fishing line, it will be the easiest to attach these. And you can also, I've seen people, instead of tying knots like we're about to do, I've seen them use hot glue to attach it, which I think that's probably the best way. But we're gonna try this out, okay? So, what we're gonna do is tie a little overhand knot, or if you wanna get fancy, tie a bow line. That's fine, go right ahead, okay? So I'm gonna tie this bow line right here, okay, and I'm gonna adjust it down to where, let's see here, I'm gonna adjust it down to where it just fits over the opening to the milk jug, okay? And I'm gonna tighten it just like that. Perfect. That actually worked really well, okay? You wanna put it down on the neck of it so that you still have the threads up top, okay? And you wanna give a little pull, not too hard, just to see that the thread won't come off. And now, remember our milk jug cap? Bingo, okay? Now you can also, if you wanna make sure if it stays more straight up, you can put a second string on the other side. Otherwise, it's gonna lean a little bit like this. Now we can take our bird seed, pop it in there. Now let's go hang it up. All right, guys, so I've just got it hung up here. Simple overhand knot you can use. These are really, really neat, free, easy way to get a bird feeder. What you can do, I'd love to see some people take some pictures of what they end up coming up with. Be creative, decorate your bird feeder. I'd love to see what you guys come up with, as well as I'll be really impressed if you can name me the couple of species of birds that come to your feeder, okay? I would love to see that. We've got another bird feeder right here, and we've seen some brown-headed nuthatches, chickadees, cardinals. We've seen a couple of cowbirds. What else have we got here? Bluebirds, house finches. We've got quite a few birds here in our backyard, and so we'll be excited to see what comes onto our milk jug feeder. That's it for today's lesson, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed, and please like and subscribe. That way you guys can be notified of when our next videos are up.